And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 2 between the Eagles and the Thomas University Nighthawks. And Jacob Brigman is about to throw the first pitch, and it misses upstairs for ball one. I'm Ray Bureau, and we're glad you're joining us here this afternoon. I apologize, not available for Game 1, but we're ready to go in Game 2. Just a few more little things to finish setting up here. Elias Garcia is leading things off for the Nighthawks. Jacob Brigman having himself one fantastic season, and we'll be able to get you some updated numbers in just a little bit. Garcia takes a strike. Count is 2 balls and a strike. Garcia came into this doubleheader hitting .331, no homers, and 17 RBIs. Nighthawks won the first ball game 8-1. Brigman winds and delivers and gets a strike on the outer half. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Jacob Brigman, the junior, getting ready for the 2-2 pitch. Curveball misses a little bit inside. Garcia walked twice in Game 1 and scored a run. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Brigman delivers fastball, and this one is fouled off. Couple of off-speed pitches, and Brigman tried to sneak the fastball by the Thomas leadoff hitter, but Garcia was ready for it. Stays alive, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Long look by the lefty, and now delivers, and a ground ball headed up the middle. It hit off Brigman. And that's going to be an infield single for Elias Garcia. Good at bat. He got ahead in the count. Count got run full, fouled off a tough pitch, and then got the base hit right off Jacob Brigman. And already we're going to have a timeout. Nope, Coach Broden says everything seems to be in order. Brigman, of course, doesn't want to come out. He will now face Michael Sowers. With a runner at first and nobody out. Sowers hit 1 of 3 home runs by Thomas hitters in game number 1. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. He was 2 for 3 overall. Entered the doubleheader rather at 227. That was his second home run. And now, not sure what the question about is from Coach Broden. Coach Broden filling in for Coach John Copeland, who's having his surgery today. Hopefully everything has gone very well for Coach Copeland. Braden Lawhon waiting on deck. These two teams split the doubleheader in Thomasville, Georgia earlier this season. And Thomas took game 1 of today's doubleheader, so the Nighthawks lead the series 2-1 at this point. Eagles trying to even things up here with a win in game number 2. Brigman delivers a curveball. It is lifted into short left field. Coming in is Williams. He won't get there, and it'll be a bloop single for Michael Sowers. So 2 balls not hit all that hard, but well placed. And the Nighthawks have the first 2 runners aboard. Designated hitter Braden Lawhon came in at 272. Drove in 3 runs. He was 1 for 2 overall, had a 3-run homer. Brigman checks that runner at second. A little bit of a jam, just a couple of softly hit balls that found holes. He gets the first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. And Brigman works the 0-1 and misses outside, and that evens the count at a ball and a strike. It's 1-1. And a curveball. Got the outer half for strike 2. So a ball and 2 strikes. A couple of softly hit balls finding holes. And the Nighthawks have the first 2 men aboard. Nobody out. And a 1-2 coming to Lawhan. And he fouls this one off. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. And Brigman taking a long look in. Seth Reeves trying to hold the runner close, and a fastball is grounded to first. LaChapelle will go to second for 1, and he'll throw it into left field and allow a run to score. Might have been better off taking the sure out at first, and the Nighthawks get the first run of the ball game. That'll be an error on the first baseman, a fielder's choice credited to Lawhorn. Sowers stopped at second. Runners in, at the moment unearned. That could change depending on what Watley and those who follow do. J.T. Watley, the first baseman. Showing bunt. First pitch misses up and away. Watley came in hitting .312 with 3 homers and 23 RBIs. He did not play in game number 1. One ball, no strikes. Runners going, and this one is fouled off to even the count at 1-1. Sowers is 7 for 8 in stolen base attempts. He's the runner at second who was trying to take third. Lawhorn has not attempted a stolen base yet this season. Counts 1-1. LaChapelle now charging in. Bunt being shown again. It is dropped down, and it's a good one. McGann charges in, throws to first. Reeves covering, and they get the out. That is a sacrifice bunt for J.T. Watley. That is his first of the season. Both runners advance. There is one out. And it brings up the catcher, Cameron Rosario. And Rosario will have a chance to drive in a pair. He has 8 RBIs entering this doubleheader today, and he takes one up and away. Rosario did not play in game 1. One ball, no strikes. Curveball is lifted foul. Gabe Tefelski waiting on deck. And Brigman from the stretch. He delivers. Fastball right by the hitter. That's strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here comes a 1-2. Fastball fouled off straight back. Good swing by Rosario. After Rosario, left fielder Gabe Tefelsky in the bottom third of the batting order. Shortstop Seth Waitmeyer, right fielder Trey Larkin, and third baseman Jackson Thomas. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 run is in. Runners are at second and third. And Brigman in a jam. Here's the 1-2. Curveball, got him looking. Big pitch by Jacob Brigman, his first strikeout, but more importantly, a chance for him to now get out of the inning with just the 1 run. Left fielder Gabe Tefelsky now coming to the batter's box. He had a 3-run homer in game 1. He was 2 for 3. He entered this doubleheader at 292. That was his 3rd home run of the season. He now has 21 RBIs. And the first pitch is low and outside, blocked by the catcher Ryan Ongst. Logan McGann at third. Nate Naguris, the shortstop. Seth Reeves at second. Tyson LaChapelle playing first. The outfielders Gavin Williams in left. Dominic Gattinella in center. And Darren Goki in right. Curveball, high chopper towards third. McGann can't come up with it. That's going to be an infield single and an RBI for Tefelsky. Michael Sowers scores, making it 2-0. Lahan at third and Tefelsky aboard. High chopper. None of the hits were hard. They all just found holes. And a throwing error. Both runs at this point unearned. Again, that could change depending on what Seth Waitmeyer does, shortstop. Came in at 389 with 14 runs driven in. Runners going from first. A line drive well hit to left. Gavin Williams will make the snow cone catch. Just in front of 355 and a long, loud out. And Williams held on to it. Thomas, though, gets a couple of runs on 3 hits. 2 left after a half inning. No score. Bottom of the first, Thomas got 2 unearned runs. That one throwing miscue helped lead to the 2 runs. There were 3 hits in the inning, but all softly tapped off the bats. They all just found holes. The one hard hit ball was caught. Funny game, baseball. Well, here's a batting order for the TBC Eagles. Ryan Ongst, the catcher, leads off, followed by Logan McGann at third and Gavin Williams in left. The middle third is Tyson LaChapelle at first, Seth Reeves at second, Darren Goki in right. Nate Naguris at short, Blake Bandy, the DH, and Dominic Gattinella in center field. They are facing Chase Marsh, who delivers his first pitch, low and outside. Ryan Ongst at the plate. Marsh, no wins, 1 loss, 9.20 ERA. And he misses up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Marsh has pitched 14 2/3 innings. He's allowed 18 hits, 15 earned runs. He has walked 16 and struck out 22. And this one is called a strike on the outer half. Ryan Ongst is hitting .421 with 24 RBIs. That one missed for ball 3. Ongst 2 for 3 in game 1. Eagles scored just 1 run, driven in by Nate Naguris. And Ongst thought he had a ball, but it's called a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ongst trying to get on board. Bring Logan McGann to the plate with a runner on. And Marsh delivers. And Ongst just did get a piece of it. Catcher Cameron Rosario, the infield for the Nighthawks. Jackson Thomas at third. Seth Waitmer, the shortstop. Michael Sowers at second. And J.T. Watley at first. And that is ball 4. And TBC does get the leadoff hitter aboard. The Nighthawks outfield consists of Gabe Tefelsky in left, Elias Garcia in center, and Trey Larkin in right. Graham Gorman will run for the catcher. So he's aboard at first, and Logan McGann, a third baseman, at the plate. McGann is hitting .301 with a pair of triples, 4 doubles, and 17 RBIs. McGann 1 for 3 with a run scored in game 1. Turns around, shows bunt, and takes ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Marsh from the stretch. Gorman leading off. The bunt is down. Marsh will go to first. It looked like he might have had a chance, but he took the sure out. So credit McGann with a sacrifice bunt, advancing Gorman into scoring position. But take that sure out, if nothing else. And Gavin Williams at the plate for TBC. Williams is hitting .339 with 4 home runs and 28 RBIs, and he got himself another NCCA Division II Offensive Player of the Week award yesterday. There's a blooper into right. That one has a chance to drop. It does. Gorman had to hold up, so he will stop at third. Eagles have runners at the corners with 1 out. A bloop single for Gavin Williams. So first and third, 1 out for Tyson LaChapelle. He's hitting .368 with 9 RBIs. LaChapelle was 2 for 2 in game number 1. Chance to drive in a run with Gorman at third. This one gets away, but it hit that concrete wall, so Gorman put on the brakes, but Williams advanced to second, so that will be a wild pitch charged to Marsh. Good recognition by Gorman, who scored that winning run on a passed ball against Atlantis in game 1 on Saturday. Eagles swept 2 from the Atlanteans. LaChapelle looking to drive home a pair. Ground ball into right. That's a base hit. Gorman will score. They're going to wave in Williams. Here comes the throw. It is not in time. We are tied at 2. It was a good throw by Trey Larkin, a little bit high. Rosario got the tag down, but Williams just did beat the throw. 2 RBI single for Tyson LaChapelle, and the Eagles have erased that 2-run deficit. The leadoff walk, the sacrifice bunt, the wild pitch helped as well. So Eagles taking advantage of a couple of free bases. Brings up Seth Reeves, the second baseman. Reeves is hitting .273. Takes the first pitch outside. Reeves has driven in 13 runs on the season. Nothing out of 2 in game 1. He did draw a walk. And a fastball right down the middle. Reeves takes for strike 1. So the count's even up at a ball and a strike. 1 out, 2 runs are in. LaChapelle drove them both across the plate, and Reeves fouls this one right up off his own torso, and he's down 1-2. The wind is blowing out towards center field. Looks to be about 12 to 13 miles per hour. A ball and 2 strikes to Seth Reeves. And strike 3 called, and that is out number 2. First strikeout for Chase Marsh. Wind's about 14 miles per hour, actually, blowing straight out over the center field fence. Darren Goki now batting for Trinity Baptist. Did not play in game number 1. He's the right fielder here in the nightcap, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Goki is hitting .268 with 6 RBIs. LaChapelle has not tried to steal a base this season. There's a ground ball that's going to be cut off by the second baseman, Sowers, and he'll make the flip to first to retire the side. The Eagles, though, tie it up with 2 runs on 2 hits and leave 1. After 1, we're tied 2-2. Each team scored 2 in the first, so it's a brand new ball game, and Jacob Brigman's runs allowed were both unearned. And now he will face 8, 9, and 1 in the Nighthawks batting order. Trey Larkin, Jackson Thomas, and Elias Garcia. Trey Larkin came in hitting .250 with 3 RBIs. He did not appear in game number 1, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Left-handed hitting right fielder for the Nighthawks. Garcia and Sowers both singled to start the first inning and both crossed the plate. And then TBC tied it up on the 2-run single by Tyson LaChapelle. And that one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. It's about 85 degrees here at Trinity Ball Yard. Partly cloudy, but a whole lot of bright sunshine. A ball and a strike from Brigman. Fastball misses a little bit high. So the count's now 2-1. Congratulations to Piper Young and the TBC Eagles softball. They got their first ever win over NCAA Division II Edward Waters University yesterday. Curveball misses up and away. Young, a complete game as TBC won it 4-2. Jessica Johnson drove in 3 runs, and the 4th one scored on the sac fly from Johnson, and the throw went astray to allow Taylor Foster to cross. And then Piper Young shut the door on Edward Waters. Edward Waters, though, got the split with a win in Game 2. 3 balls and a strike. And Brigman misses inside, and Larkin draws the leadoff walk. So Larkin is aboard for third baseman Jackson Thomas. He came in at 171 on the season. Thomas did not appear in game number 1. He has driven in 7 runs, and he has a runner at first with nobody out and a swing and a miss at the first pitch. Larkin nothing out of 1 in stolen base attempts. Head coach Tom Fleener of the Nighthawks. Brigman throws over to first, just a soft toss, and the runner's back in plenty of time. Trinity Thomas is the sports information director of Thomas University. And a 1 strike and a pitch. And it just goes to show Trinity's playing Thomas, and Trinity Thomas is the SID. I just couldn't resist that one. A ball and a strike to Jackson Thomas. Curveball, strike 2 called. Thomas shaking his head like he disagrees. Top of the order on deck, Elias Garcia. A ball and 2 strikes. Brigman another soft toss over to first. The 1-2. Brigman enters play today with a record of 6 wins, 4 losses. Runners going. Throw down by Ongst is just to the wrong side of the base. And Larkin is safe at second with the steal. The throw may have beaten Larkin, but Reeves had to come across the bag to make the tag, and that allowed Larkin to get in at the back. Coach Broden wants to have a conversation about that call. Umpire saying that as Reeves tried to apply the tag, he pulled the glove up and may have missed Larkin. So Larkin is at second. That is his first stolen base of the season in 2 attempts. A ball and 2 strikes. Check that, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Brigman delivered a fastball right by the hitter for strike 3. Number 2 for Jacob Brigman. So 1 out with the runner at second, and Elias Garcia coming up. Grounded one softly up the middle to start the ball game and scored the first run. Garcia came in at 327. Runner at second, 1 out. Reeves trying to keep the runner close, and Brigman delivers a curveball in there for the strike. So 0-1. From the stretch, Brigman delivers another curveball. This one chopped towards third. McGann will look the runner back, throw to first. and it's in time. Larkin unable to advance, and now there are 2 away. Gurris covering third just in case. And now Brigman can get out of this without a run scoring. 6-4 on the season, a terrific 2.12 ERA. 6 complete games. Entering play, 63 2/3 innings, just 15 earned runs. So Jacob Brigman having himself a fantastic season. He'll work at Michael Sowers right now, who is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Got that blooper in the left and ended up scoring run number 2. First pitch in there for strike. Nothing in 1. And a fastball swung on and fouled back. Sowers gave it a good rip. A little bit tardy on the heater. TBC has just 1 doubleheader remaining in the season. It is here at home against John Melvin Christian on Saturday, April 26th. 2 strikes the count, and Brigman with a fastball misses upstairs. So the count is now 1-2. Thomas still has a few ball games left. Saturday the 19th, actually beginning on Friday the 18th, 3-game series with Point University. It's senior day on Saturday. This one is fisted foul down the right side. The Friday night game will begin at 6 p.m. The doubleheader on Saturday the 19th at 1. And then Thomas finishes with 3 games at a very, very tough Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College. Trinity Baptist saw Abraham Baldwin earlier in the season. Played a fantastic game. However, Abraham Baldwin came away with the 3-1 win. Fastball upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That 3-game series, April 25th and 26th in Tifton, Georgia. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs and the runner at second. And Brigman winds and delivers a curveball, misses low and inside. That will fill up the count. And as Sowers reaches, Brigman will face Braden Lawhon next. Three balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. Fastball upstairs. That is ball 4. So with 2 on and 2 out, the DH, Braden Lawhon. Nothing out of 1, a fielder's choice, his first time up. On that play, an overthrow allowed the first run to score. Brigman's first pitch to Lawhon popped up, and this one will head over the dugout and land foul. No balls and a strike, and the reason we're playing these games early today, Trinity Christian Academy starts its district playoff tournament here tonight, and they're going to take on the Episcopal Eagles, the Episcopal School of Jacksonville, who got a comeback win against Bowles last night. Episcopal was trailing 7-1 and won it 11-8. 1 strike. Brigman delivers, misses high, and that's ball 2. Eagles will have 7, 8, and 9 due up in the bottom of the second. Naguris, Bundy, and Gattinella. Counts 1-1. Brigman delivers and gets a strike called. A ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. 2 men on, 2 out. Brigman delivers, curveball. Chopped right back to the box. Nice snare by Brigman, and he flips to first in time for out number 3. The Nighthawks get a pair of walks and both left stranded. We go to the bottom of the second in a 2-2 tie. Bottom of the second, and 7, 8, and 9 due up for TBC. Nate Naguris, Blake Bandy, and Dominic Gattinella facing Chase Marsh, who allowed a couple of earned runs in the first inning. 2 hits. He also walked a man, and that was a leadoff man. And now the leadoff man of the second is Nate Naguris. Nothing out of 3 in game 1, but he did drive in a run. And Naguris now batting .241 with 18 RBIs. Steps in against Chase Marsh. And this one misses up and in. Chase Marsh, a sophomore from Mount Dora, Florida, played at Mount Dora Christian Academy. There's a high fly ball, well hit to right, but Larkin takes a few steps back and makes the catch. Naguris hit it hard, but out. Chase Marsh's longest outing so far this season, 3 innings, March 1st against Faulkner University. Well, this is his second, and now he will face Blake Bandy, who was 1 for 3 in game number 1. And the first pitch to Bandy is hit hard right at the first baseman, Watley, who snares it and steps on the bag. Eagles 2 bullets, both caught. So 2 very quick outs for Chase Marsh. And now he will face Dominic Gattinella, a man who's hit the ball very hard all season long in tough luck. His average is 200. He has 5 doubles and a triple. And he takes the first pitch low. Gattinella has driven in 15 runs. Nothing out of 3 in game number 1. Takes that one on the outside corner to even things up at a ball and a strike. Naguris lined out hard to right. Bandy grounded out very hard to first. And that's ball 2 to Dominic Gattinella. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Thomas in the third. Watley, Rosario, and Tefelsky. Thomas trying to win not just this 2-game doubleheader, but the season series. High pop up to the infield. Watley, with the pitcher covering, puts it away, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Eagles in the second. We're tied 2-2 after 2. Top of the third, tied at 2. Both teams got both runs in the first inning. Brigman, 2 unearned runs. He has walked 2. He's allowed 3 hits. He will face J.T. Watley, Cameron Rosario, and Gabe Tefelsky to start things off. Watley put down a sacrifice bunt that led to a run in the first inning, so no official at-bat. And Brigman delivers a fastball at the knees for a strike. 0-1. One strike pitch from Brigman. A curveball hits him right on the number 6 on the back. And for the third consecutive inning, the leadoff hitter is aboard. Jacob Brigman from Homestead, Florida, has a runner at first, and now he'll face Cameron Rosario, whom he got looking first time up. Watley, the runner at first. Brigman with the pitch. A bunt attempt is foul. And Rosario very nearly popped that one up. He lunged at it a bit. That's not the way you want to do it. McGann came very close to making the catch. So 1 strike. Let's see if Rosario squares around again. Watley at first. No signs of bunt this time, and a hard line drive off Brigman. That's going to be a base hit. That one hit Brigman right on the leg. That's the second ball that's hit off of him. And both have gone for hits. That one hit pretty hard right off the bat of Rosario. Few moments for Coach Broden to check on his left-hander. And it didn't take too long. Brigman, a very tough young man. See if he gets a warm-up toss just to make sure everything's all right. Rosario hit the ball hard. That's hit number 4 for the Nighthawks. Brings up Gabe Tefelsky, who had a base hit. That brought home a run in the first, a high chopper to third. 2 on, nobody out. Brigman will just go to work, and Tefelsky shows bunt and poked at it and tapped it foul. No balls and a strike. A hit batsman and a base hit. Third batter of the inning, Gabe Tefelsky. Showed bunt his first time. Shows bunt again, and he gets it right down the line. That's going to be a base hit. Brigman tried to let it roll foul, but it didn't. And he really had no play on Tefelsky, and the Nighthawks have loaded the bases with nobody out. Brigman in all kinds of trouble with the bottom third of the batting order coming up. Seth Waitmeyer, Trey Larkin, and Jackson Thomas to follow. Waitmeyer hit it hard in the left his first time up. Gavin Williams made that snow cone catch. Corners are in. Middle infielders are back. High pop up in foul territory. La Chapelle near the dugout, but it's out of play. All season long, Jacob Brigman has bared down to get out of situations like this with limited damage. It's 2-2. The Nighthawks looking to break it open. 1 strike. Bases loaded, nobody out. Fastball popped up and out of play. Tell you, this would be a big out if Brigman could get it without a run scoring and set up a potential double play possibility to get out of the inning. It is a double play situation already. 2 strikes to count on Seth Waitmeyer. And here comes the 0-2. Curveball right back to the box. Brigman will come home. They'll get one. They'll throw to first in time. Double play. 1, 2, 3. 2 outs, but runners do advance to second and third. Rosario will take third. Tefelsky will take second. And a double play recorded, and Brigman can get out of it now if he gets Trey Larkin. So Larkin walked and stole a base his first time up. Chance for him to drive in a pair. Brigman's first pitch, curveball, misses outside. One ball, no strikes. And that one misses upstairs. Well, first base is open. A walk would not be the worst thing. Larkin has driven in 3 this season. Two balls, no strikes, and a high fly ball to center field. Gattinella camps under it and makes the catch. And a great job by Jacob Brigman. He had bases loaded, nobody out. Got the double play and a fly ball to retire the side. Couple of hits and a hit batsman and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-2. Jacob Brigman, a terrific job getting that ground ball double play home to first, and then the fly ball to center that Gattinella put away to end the bases loaded, nobody out threat. And now his offense has a chance to give him the lead as Ryan Ongst, Logan McGann, and Gavin Williams will start it off in the bottom of the third. Both teams scored 2 in their first at-bat. Ongst walked, and his courtesy runner Graham Gorman scored the first of TBC's 2. They both came in on Tyson LaChapelle's base hit. The other man was Gavin Williams, who singled. And Ongst takes the first pitch for a strike. Ongst came into this game hitting .421 with an on-base percentage of .552. That one's hit hard, but foul down the right field line. So Ongst will step back into the box. No balls, 2 strikes. Eagles fans unhappy with the call. They thought it was a fair ball. But nothing in 2 to Ongst. And a swing and a miss. That is the first out. Brings up Logan McGann, who put down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. So no official at-bat. That was strikeout number 3 for Chase Marsh. Pitch on the way is on the outside corner. Well, Jacob Brigman pitching for the Eagles. His father, Chris Brigman, getting ready for district playoffs tonight at Florida Christian. Good luck, sir. Hope you get the W. So maybe the Brigman family can go 2 for 2 today. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Marsh delivers. This one's lofted down the right field line. It is a fair ball. McGann will go for 2. The throw is not in time. A 1-out double for Logan McGann, and the Eagles have the runner at second with 1 out. That ball hugged the line and was just fair. And a third hit for TBC. Brings up Gavin Williams, who singled and scored a run in the first. Now, he took second base on a wild pitch with Graham Gorman at third. The ball hit that concrete wall, bounded back to the catcher. Gorman wisely held up, but Williams took second and was able to score on the base hit that followed. Here's a chance for Gavin to drive one in. High fly ball, he got under it, and it's in shallow center field. Sowers, the second baseman, will make the catch. 2 outs, and Tyson LaChapelle at the plate, who hit that 2-run single we mentioned. RBIs 10 and 11. Another base hit could put the Eagles out in front. Logan McGann, pretty good speed at second base. He blooped a double. 2 outs, a lot of room to the right side for LaChapelle, and that's where he hit the ball in the first inning. First pitch misses, 1 ball, no strikes. Bright, beautiful sunshine here on the hill. Wind blowing out at about 14 miles per hour. Marsh from the stretch. Misses down low, that's ball 2. His longest outing of the season is 3 innings. This is the third. And there is a Nighthawk walking around in the bullpen. He's not throwing at the moment. Marsh delivers. LaChapelle tried to duck out of the way, but it fouled off his bat. So the count's 1-2. And Marsh from the stretch checks McGann, who's not being held, and delivers and misses down low, even to count at 2-2. Tyson LaChapelle had that 3-run double against Atlantis that put Trinity Baptist ahead 5-1. And the Eagles ended up sweeping that doubleheader and winning the series. And LaChapelle draws the walk. There are 2 Eagles aboard. 2 outs, and Seth Reeves the hitter. And now Reeves a chance to bring home the go-ahead run. They're playing him to hit the other way. Marsh delivers and misses with the first pitch outside. Sowers shading Reeves up the middle, giving him some room on the ground on the right side. Larkin pulled well off the line in right. Reeves is a spray hitter. He'll use the entire field. 1 ball, no strikes. And this one is down low for ball 2. If he reaches, Goki would bat next. Bottom of the third, tied at 2. Eagles looking to break that tie. 2 balls, no strikes, and a pitch. And that's a strike called. Reeves, usually a very patient hitter, doesn't chase many balls out of the zone. The count is in his favor at 2-1. Balls and no strikes. Goki has driven in 6. balls, no strikes. And a strike called. Count is 3-1 to Darren Goki in the driver's seat. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, and that'll bring home a run. Goki will get credit for a run batted in. Logan McGann scores. 3 consecutive walks have put the Eagles out in front, 3-2. LaChapelle to third, Reeves to second, and Goki aboard at first. And Nate Naguris will have to hold on a moment as we're going to have a timeout. With the Eagles leading 3-2, we'll be back in just a bit. The new pitcher for the Nighthawks, Ryan Chapman, taking over on the mound, a sophomore from John Carroll High School in Stuart, Florida. Chapman, 1 win, no losses, his 6th appearance, all in relief. A very nice ERA of 3.52. He has totaled 7 2/3 innings, allowing 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He has walked 4 and struck out 4. He will inherit the bases loaded with 2 outs and Nate Naguris at the plate. A double and 3 consecutive walks, and all those walks coming with 2 outs. And that allowed the go-ahead run to score. Logan McGann just touched home plate. At third base, Tyson LaChapelle. At second, Seth Reeves. And at first, Darren Goki Jr. At the plate, Nate Naguris, who came into this ball game hitting .241. Flew out hard to right his first time up. Eagles lead 3-2 and a chance to tack on a couple of more. Reeves can scoot. He's at second, so a base hit into the outfield has a good chance of scoring 2. Chapman ready to throw his first pitch. From the stretch, and the righty delivers. And gets a strike call that Naguris could not believe was called a strike. One strike to count. All infielders playing back, not holding runners on. There's a ground ball towards short. They'll get a short flip to second to retire the side. It will go as a fielder's choice and a 6-4 put out at second base. The Eagles, though, take advantage of some walks. They get 1 hit and 1 run. After 3, Trinity Baptist leads 3-2. Jacob Brigman will face 9, 1 and 2 in the top of the fourth. Jackson Thomas, Elias Garcia, and Michael Sowers. He now has a 3-2 lead. And his first pitch to Thomas is low for ball one. Thomas went down on strikes his first time up. One ball, no strikes. And Brigman with a fastball that's a little bit high. That's ball two. Thomas is a big man in that batter's box. .62", 200 pounds. And he takes a strike. Sophomore from Winter Park, Florida. Has one home run on the season. That came February 1st against Weber International. And Brigman with a breaking ball in there for a strike. And Thomas disagreed with that one, and it's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Brigman delivers. A fastball popped up and out of play. Eagles enter this ball game with 20-15 and 9-3 in South Region play. Thomas with the win earlier, 14-28. They're 9-15 in their NAIA conference play in the Sun Conference. Fastball just a bit off the outside corner. Onks came up ready to throw it around, but did not get the call. Southern States Athletic Conference, that is, not the Sun, my bad. 3 balls and a strike to Jackson Thomas. And this one is fouled off. Counts full to Thomas. Brigman and Onks thought they had a punch out, but now we'll go with a payoff pitch. Brigman will work from the stretch. The 3-2 curveball, and this one hit towards short. Naguris backhands it, throws to first in time. Nifty play by Nate Naguris, the shortstop, and one away. That ball took a hop on Naguris. That wasn't as easy as he made it look. And he made a good solid throw. And it brings up Elias Garcia, who is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Ground out to third his last time up. Brigman with a curveball, a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. One out, bases empty. Thomas batting in the top of the fourth. They already won 1. They're looking for sweep. And there's a line drive hit towards left, but Gavin Williams will make the play. 2 up, 2 down, and it brings up Michael Sowers, who is 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. If Trinity wins this, they will split not only the doubleheader, but the season series with Thomas at 2 games apiece. Each team won a game in Thomasville earlier this season. 2 outs with the bases empty, and Sowers at the plate. Brigman's first pitch, fastball, hit hard towards third. McGann will snare it and throw to first in time. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Brigman. He gets the opposition in order, and as the Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the fourth, they lead at 3-2. Eagles lead 3-2 as they come to bat in the bottom of the fourth. And 8, 9, and 1 are due up. Blake Bandy, Dominic Gattinella, and Ryan Ongst. Facing Ryan Chapman, who got the only batter he faced in the third. He got Nate Naguris to hit a pretty sharp ground ball for a fielder's choice to end the inning. Blake Bandy grounded out to first very hard his first time up. Takes the first pitch from Chapman down low. This is the first time he has seen Ryan Chapman. 1 ball, no strikes. Bandy pulls this one towards first. A little more softly. Chapman does his job, and they get the out. So 1 out for Dominic Gattinella, who popped up his first time. Chase Marsh went 2 2/3 innings. He allowed 3 runs, all earned, 3 hits, 2 walks, or check that, 4 walks and 2 strikeouts, and a costly wild pitch. Gattinella in the box, takes the first pitch high. Gattinella made the catch in center field that ended that bases loaded, nobody out threat after the double play. And Chapman with a good bender for a strike. There's some soft tossing going on in the Nighthawks bullpen. Chapman delivers, and Gattinella was trying to check his swing, but he made contact and fouled it off. No balls and 2 strikes. And that one misses inside, and it's 1-2. Jonathan Germany is the man tossing in the bullpen for Thomas. He's not on the mound yet. He's just getting the arm loose. Curveball hit pretty sharply towards short. Waltmeyer with the scoop and the throw to first in time. So 2 outs, and the bases are empty for Ryan Ongst. Seth Waltmeyer showing off the arm. Made a good, solid throw. Ryan Ongst now trying to start a 2-out rally for TBC. And a strike called, a little late call, and Ongst did not like it. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. May have chased one outside. 0-2. Chapman delivers. There's a hard hit ground ball to first, but it will be scooped by Watley. He'll step on the bag to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Eagles in the fourth, but they lead at 3-2 as we go to the fifth. Jacob Brigman has gotten into and out of trouble a couple of times. He has allowed 2 unearned runs through 4 innings. 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. and he will face the heart of the batting order, 3-4-5 for the Nighthawks in the fifth. Braden Lahan, J.T. Watley, and Cameron Rosario are the scheduled hitters. And Onks throws down to second, indicating we are ready to start the fifth inning of this very fast-paced ball game. Each team scored 2 in the first inning. Thomas got theirs in the top half. The Eagles came back with 2 in the bottom of the first. Tyson LaChapelle's 2-run single. Here's Braden Lawhorn, and he fouls off the first pitch. Lawhorn came in at 272. No balls and a strike to the junior from Sopchoppy, Florida. There's a fun city name to say, Sopchoppy. I never heard of it, but I have heard of Wakula High School. That is the school that Lawhorn graduated from. And fastball is upstairs. That's ball 2. Sopchoppy, Florida. Had no idea we had a Sopchoppy. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Of course, I'm from Green Cove Springs, which many people outside this area have never heard of. 2 balls and a strike. Or 2 strikes, rather, and Brigman with the curveball. And Lawhorn is just barely able to foul off and stay alive. Count remains 2-2. Lawhorn spreads out his feet to get a little better balance, and Brigman with the curveball. No, says the umpire. And again, Onks was ready to throw it around the horn. Brigman is wondering where that ball missed, and so are many others, including the catcher. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball popped up and out of play. Count remains 3-2. J.T. Watley on deck, Cameron Rosario in the hole. Another 3-2 from Jacob Brigman. Fastball, strike 3 called. And that's the first out of the inning, and that time it was the batter, Lawhorn, who disagreed. That is strikeout number 3 for Brigman, and it brings up J.T. Watley, who has no official at-bat. He has put down a sacrifice bunt and taken one off the number 6 on his back. Base is empty. 1 out. Brigman's first pitch, curveball, is fouled off. And Watley looks like he a little frustrated that he didn't do something with that pitch. It was in the hitting zone. So no balls and a strike. And Brigman, another curveball, gets the call for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Ball gets away. Naguris will chase it down. Nobody on base to worry about. And now we have ourselves a timeout. Coach Fleener approaching home plate. And now we are ready to resume. 2 strikes, the count on J.T. Watley. Brigman from the stretch. Fastball misses up and away. Watley came into today's action hitting .312 with 3 homers and 23 RBIs. 1-2, Brigman taking his time, now ready. The 1-2 offering, fastball. called ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And here comes a 2-2. That one's lined hard down the left field line. That is a foul ball. It got out of my eyesight. I had to check with the umpires, and they say it landed to the left of the line. Well, no arguments from the Thomas coaching staff or dugout. Again, it got out of our line of sight, so we really couldn't tell ourselves. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Watley will grab his bat and get back into the batter's box. Here's a 2-2 from Brigman. Check swing. Did he go? Ball hit the ground. Onks is going to throw down. And then it is called a strike. So that is strikeout number 4. The umpires really didn't give too much of a signal. But home plate umpire said it, but didn't really show it. Well, Onks made the throw to first, so it goes as a strikeout 2-3 on the putout. And there are 2 away. Cameron Rosario is 1 for 2. He hit the ball hard off Brigman his last time up. Got a base hit out of it. And a fastball is a strike. That was a line drive right off Brigman's leg. And a tough young man out there. Stayed in the ball game and then was able to get out of the threat. 1 strike the count on Rosario. 1 for 2. Curveball hit high into left field. Williams fighting the sun, and he makes the catch just shy of the warning track. That ball seemed to keep on carrying, but Gavin Williams had a beat on it the entire way, and bright sunshine made it a little difficult. Has the sunglasses on and used the glove exactly the way he should. So Brigman gets him 1-2-3 for the second straight inning. The Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the 5th, leading 3-2. Ryan Chapman has done a nice job in relief. He has gotten all 4 men he has faced, an inning and a third, without a base runner. He will now face Logan McGann, Gavin Williams, and Tyson LaChapelle in the bottom of the 5th. Chapman in relief of Chase Marsh, who currently is the pitcher of record for Thomas. And of course, Brigman has gone all the way to this point for Trinity Baptist. Logan McGann got the bloop double with 1 out in the 3rd and scored the run that put Trinity Baptist ahead on the bases loaded walk to Darren Goki. And McGann will now try to start a rally to give TBC a little bit of insurance. Sammy Coffrin doing the first base coaching duties for TBC. And Ryan Chapman ready from the stretch to start the bottom of the 5th. The first pitch, breaking ball, and that got McGann on the back of the shoulder. Might have glanced off his face as well. He's walking back toward the dugout. Hopefully Logan is all right. Hey, let's pause right here while they tend to Logan, and we'll be right back. Graham Gorman will pinch run for Logan McGann. They got the trainer's bag out, so McGann's going to get a little bit of extra attention. That ball did hit him on the lips. So hopefully Logan will be all right. Gavin Williams in the batter's box. 1 for 2 with a run scored. Gorman a pinch runner. And a pitch from Chapman is in the dirt. Gorman courtesy ran for the catcher in the first and scored a run. Now he is a pinch runner. He does play third base. So we'll see if he takes the hot corner if McGann is unable to continue. 1 ball, no strikes, a throw over to first, and Gorman dives back in safely. Williams at 28 RBIs on the season. Gorman a pretty good lead off first, and the pitch is a fastball at the knees for the strike. So the count is 1-1. Ball and a strike. Williams digging in. And a pitch. Swing and a miss, and Williams trying to take that one out of here. He does have the wind to help him out, but he's now down 1-2. He's homered 4 times. Gorman is 11 for 14 in stolen bases, and Chapman might know that, and that's why he's throwing over to first. A ball and 2 strikes to Williams. Foul tip, held on, and that'll go as strike 3. So that's the first out. And it brings up Tyson LaChapelle, who has reached base both times, a single and a walk. Gorman a little bit bigger lead this time, and a throw over to first, and he's back. LaChapelle, a 2-run single in the first, a base on balls in the third. Came in hitting .368 with an on-base percentage of .520. Big swing, and he fouls this one off. LaChapelle has 3 doubles. This is his 17th game of the season. 1 strike to count. And he takes one down low to even it up. There are some Nighthawks standing in the bullpen tossing a football a few moments ago, and we've already seen one reliever. That's Chapman, who is pitching right now. We've seen another tossing recently. Right now, just 5 pitchers and a coach checking out the action on the field. Ball and a strike to LaChapelle. And this one is upstairs. Gorman's getting a decent lead off first. Nothing excessive. Chapman has thrown over a few times, but Gorman doesn't seem too phased about the move. 3-1 to LaChapelle. That's ball 4. Second consecutive time that he's drawn a walk. And it brings up Seth Reeves with 2 on and 1 out. First man that Chapman has walked. He's also hit 1 and struck out 1. Hasn't allowed a base hit. And he's getting signals relayed from his shortstop, Waltmeyer. And Reeves, chance to add on an insurance run with a base hit to the outfield. Gorman runs well. He's at second. LaChapelle's at first. And Reeves fouls off the first pitch over the third base dugout. So no balls and a strike. Eagles are looking for their first hit off Ryan Chapman. They've gotten a couple of base runners on. 1 strike. And a nice backhanded play by Cameron Rosario, keeping the runners at second and first. A ball and a strike. Check of the runner at second, not being held, and the 1-1. This one's lined foul into the Eagles bullpen area. So the count's 1-2. Chapman takes a long look in, shakes off 2 signs, likes the third one. Another 1-2. That one is in the dirt. Rosario, been a busy man this at-bat, blocking a couple of pitches down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Goki, the on-deck hitter, then Naguris. Two balls, 2 strikes to Seth Reeves. Ground ball, that will at least advance the runners. And to put out at first. 2 down with runners now at second and third. Gorman is now at third, LaChapelle at second, and Darren Goki is at the plate. He drew the bases loaded walk that put Trinity Baptist ahead, so the RBI made it 3-2. Now a base hit could score 2. That was RBI number 7 on the season for Goki. Came in hitting .268. And he takes the first pitch up and away. Nothing out of 1 officially. One ball, no strikes. And Chapman delivers. And a big swing by Goki. A little bit late, and he fouled it off. Counts 1-1. Goki also pitchers, plays first base. He's in right field here this afternoon. Now trying to give his team a little insurance, and he takes this one outside. If he reaches, Nate Naguris would bat next. Chapman also knows he does have first base open, and there are 2 out. So he does not have to groove one to Goki behind in the count. 2 balls and a strike and a pitch. And a good curveball for strike 2. Did not give in with the fastball behind in the count. Now Nick Brady is starting to throw a little more seriously in the Thomas bullpen. 2-2 to Darren Goki. That one is in the dirt. The count is full. Well, he didn't give in on 2-1. He got strike 2 and then missed for ball 3. I would expect him to go with the curveball here. Of course, you can't look curve as a hitter because you'll never hit the fastball. Here's a 3-2. Ball 4 is outside. A great eye at the plate from Darren Goki, his second walk of the afternoon. And number 2 issued by Ryan Chapman, and Nate Naguris has an opportunity to give the Eagles a little insurance. Jacob Burke will come out and pinch run for Darren Goki. Of course, Goki does a lot of pitching and uses courtesy runners when he's pitching. So Burke, a little more experience running the base paths. So he's at first now with 2 outs. La Chapelle is at second, and Graham Gorman is at third. Conference on the mound. Chapman retired the first 4 batters he faced. Then he hit Logan McGann. He struck out Williams, walked La Chapelle. Reeves advanced the runners with a ground ball, and then Goki just drew the walk. Nate Naguris waiting to take his swings. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times. Line drive to right and a fielder's choice. Nothing out of 2, but again, he's hit the ball pretty sharply both times. 2 outs, bases loaded. Eagles lead 3-2, looking for more. And Chapman from the stretch. Here's the first pitch. Curveball misses low and inside. Nowhere to put this batter. Chapman must get the ball in the zone. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. And a strike called. Naguris thought it was inside. Counts even 1-1. Naguris has all the room he wants on the right side. Here's the 1-1. Tried to go that way and came up empty. Chapman took a lot off it, had the hitter out in front. It's 1-2. Chapman a chance to get out of the inning without a run scoring. And a foul ball to the right side. An Eagle on every base. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nate Naguris. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Thomas in the 6th. Here's the 1-2. Misses low and outside. Count is even. Chapman wants to get it done here and not go 3-2 to give all the runners a head start. Infield back at all 4 positions. 2-2 on the way. Got him swinging. Naguris tried to hold up, but he went too far, and that retires the side. 3 base runners without a hit, and they're all left there. And after 5, it is 3-2 TBC. Jacob Brigman now facing Gabe Tefelsky to start the top of the sixth. And the first pitch, fastball for a strike. Graham Gorman stays in the game at third base for McGann. Jacob Burke stays in the game for Goki. Burke is now in center, and Gattinella has moved to right. And this one is fouled off, making it 0-2. Tefelsky has 2 infield singles and an RBI. Last time he bunted his way aboard, right down the line. Brigman, 5 innings, 2 unearned runs. No balls, 2 strikes. After Tefelsky, Waltmeyer and Larkin. 2-strike pitch. Curveball grounded towards short. Naguris scoops, throws to first. Close play, but they got him. Tefelsky hustling down the line and made that very close. But Naguris, with the good arm, was able to get him by about a step. Seth Waltmeyer now at the plate. He grounded into the 1-2-3 double play that helped Brigman and the Eagles get out of the bases loaded situation. 0-2. He's also hit the ball very hard to left his first time up. And a curveball misses a little bit high. For the Eagles in the sixth, Bandy, Gattinella, and Onks. But first, Brigman and the defense working on Thomas with 1 out and the base is empty. And this one hit hard right down the line. That's a fair ball. That will be extra bases. Waltmeyer on his way to second. He will stop right there with a 1-out double. That ball just inside the line. And a double puts a runner at second with 1 out. Hit number 6 by Thomas. So Waltmeyer doubles his way aboard. He's at second. His 4th double of the season. And Trey Larkin will try to drive him in and tie up the game. And Larkin takes a curveball for a strike. Not the pitch he wanted, so he let it go. Larkin has walked, stolen a base, and flied to center. No balls and a strike. Another curveball, but this one is low and outside. Another one that misses for ball 2. Counts 2-1. Brigman facing Larkin with a runner at second, the potential tying run. Line drive into right. That's going to get down and roll to the wall. Waltmeyer will score. Larkin will round second. He'll have himself a triple, and he will stop right there, and we are tied 3-3. That ball got hung up right on the base of the fence. And Larkin drives home Waltmeyer. Back-to-back extra base hits tie it up, and now looks even bigger. The Eagles have had 2 bases loaded opportunities and came away empty both times. Now, Jackson Thomas is being called back for a pinch hitter. Time called as Coach Broden will have a chat with Brigman. We'll pause right here. We'll tell you about the pinch hitter when we come back in just a bit. Drew Billings has taken over for Jacob Brigman, 3-1 with 9 saves. Not a save situation as the game is tied and the potential go-ahead run is at third. The pinch hitter, Cameron Tyson, steps in for Thomas, 3-10 with 17 RBIs. Infield in with 1 out. Line drive into right. That should score the run. It is caught by Gattinella, but Trey Larkin will score and put the Eagles behind 4-3. Larkin tripled in the tying run, then scores a go-ahead run on the sacrifice fly into right. So Cameron Tyson does his job to perfection. The bases are empty. There are 2 outs. That run is charged to Jacob Brigman, so close the book on him. 4 runs, 2 earned in 5 1/3 innings. 2 outs for Elias Garcia, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Tyson hit that ball right on the line very hard at Gattinella, who made the catch over the shoulder but had no chance. 1 strike. Billings delivers, and a sinker had Garcia out in front and over the top, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And this one misses outside. A double, a triple, and a sacrifice fly have accounted for the 2 runs from the bottom of the order. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Elias Garcia. He is 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he taps this one foul. Billings tried to get a changeup past him. Garcia was able to make some contact. Count remains 1-2. Andy Gattinella and Ongst will now try to rally the Eagles from behind. The 1-2 from Drew Billings. And a ground ball into left field, a base hit. Good job by Garcia after falling behind 0-2. Ended up grounding one through for the hit. That's his 2nd of the game. Brings up Michael Sowers, who is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And we'll see if Ryan Chapman comes out for the bottom of the 6th. Had some relievers throwing. And a strike for Billings, a good hard fastball. No balls and a strike. Runner at first, 2 outs. He's going. Billings delivers. It's a strike. The throw is into center field. That'll be a stolen base and an error on the catcher, allowing Garcias to take 3rd. For Garcia, stolen base number 14 on the season. He has not been thrown out. So he's at 3rd, representing an insurance run. There are 2 outs, no balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. High fly ball, center field. Burke didn't have far to go, and he makes the catch to end the inning. However, Thomas gets 2 runs on 2 hits and a man left. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Thomas now leads it 4-3. Bottom of the sixth, Blake Bandy, Dominic Gattinella, and Ryan Ongst are the hitters. They will face a new man by the name of Nick Brady, who will take over for Ryan Chapman. Brady, a senior from Tallahassee, in a save situation should he finish this game without relinquishing the lead. No wins, one loss, no saves on the season, a 4.05 ERA. Brady has pitched 20 innings. He's allowed 18 hits, 12 runs, 9 of them earned. He has walked 16, struck out 17. He's allowed a pair of doubles, but no home runs. He will face Blake Bandy to start things off in the sixth. Ryan Chapman is now the pitcher of record for Thomas, and Jacob Brigman on the hook at the moment for TBC. So Bandy will try to get on base, representing that potential tying run. He has twice grounded to the first baseman. One very hard, one little soft tapper. Dominic Gattinella batting for TBC with the bases empty and one out. Nick Brady was able to get Blake Bandy on strikes. The big right-hander, 6-7, delivers a 1-2 to Gattinella. There's a line drive into right. That's going to be caught by Larkin. Gattinella again hits the ball right on the button and comes away empty. Been a tough season for him in that regard. He has really swung the bat well. So 2 outs with the bases empty for Ryan Ongst. He has walked. His courtesy runner scored a run, and Ongst nothing out of 2 since then. And Brady with the first pitch misses up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Graham Gorman waits on deck. And Ongst takes this one down low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And that one hits Ongst, and that didn't feel good. But he'll head on down to first. So he's been on base 2 out of 4, and that actually brings his on base percentage down. That tells you what a good job he's done all season long. Ongst came into this game with an on-base percentage of .552. He is the catcher, so a courtesy runner this time will be Anthony Fela. So Gorman is now in the ball game, so Fela will run for the catcher. And Gorman is now at the plate. 191, a home run, and 8 runs batted in. Potential tying run is aboard. Jackson Thomas had to do a little equipment adjustment, so he's now back at third, and we're ready to resume. Strikeout and a hard line drive before the hit batsman. And the first pitch to Gorman, a big swing, and he fouls it off. Just in case, there is a right-hander warming up for Thomas. And that gentleman is Brandon Steele. Fela leads off first. Brady the pitch. And a strike called at the top of the zone. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Graham Gorman. Here comes the 0-2. And that one misses up and in. That's ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes. Potential tying run at first. Anthony Fela running for Ongst. Got him swinging, and that ends the inning. We go to the 7th. Thomas 4, TBC 3. Top of the seventh, and 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Nighthawks. Braden Lahan, JT Watley, and Cameron Rosario facing Drew Billings. And Billings has 2/3 of an inning, no runs charged to him. He's allowed 1 hit. Lahan, nothing out of 3, takes the first pitch down low. Each team scored 2 in the first. TBC took the lead in the third, and Thomas got 2 in the sixth. And that's where we stand as they lead 4-3. And Billings gets the second pitch on the outer half for the strike. Count is 1-1. Wind is blowing out about 14 miles per hour. Thomas homered 3 times in game 1. Nobody in game 2. Here's a 1-0. And this one is down low. Actually 1-1, now 2-1. Billings delivers and gets a strike. Drew Billings, pride of Cartersville, Georgia. Submariner delivers and gets the strike 3 called on the outside corner. So he gets the first man in the 7th. It's his job to keep it a 1-run game and give Gavin Williams, Tyson LaChapelle, and Seth Reeves and company a chance to tie it up and hopefully walk it off in the bottom half. Watley will be called back for a pinch hitter. And now batting for Thomas, Carson Thomas will be batting for Watley. First pitch in there for a strike. Carson Thomas on the season, he has 9 for 42, 4 runs driven in. And strike 2 on the inner half. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bases empty in the 7th. And Billings delivers and misses outside. Count is 1-2. And a pitch on the way. High fly ball, but fouled off to the left side. Brandon Steele has been throwing in the bullpen. He has 5 saves. We'll see if he comes in, try to close it down when the Eagles come to bat. A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Billings. And that one just got a piece of it. Count is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And Billings drops down low, and this one is hit hard into right field, and a base hit for Thomas. He will stop at first. A runner aboard with 1 out. These Thomas hitters, they get behind in the count but don't give up. Several of their 9 hits have come with 2 strikes. Cameron Rosario at the plate. He is 1 for 3. Thomas 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts. Modest lead off first. Gets another half step. Billings delivers and gets a strike. After Rosario, Gabe Tefelsky and Seth Waltmeyer. 1 out with the runner at first. One strike pitch. Off the fists, into right, That's going to drop down for a base hit. Rosario got jammed, but got just enough of it over the head of Reeves, and there are two aboard with one out. How do you like that? Hard hit balls getting caught and off the fist. The little bleeders drop in. Tefelski's a scheduled hitter, but it looks like he will be called back. And another pinch hitter for Thomas, Hunter Kern, steps up. Kern with a chance to add on an insurance run for Thomas University. He's hitting 174. Senior from Apopka, Florida. Line drive foul down the left side. Kern has driven in 4 runs in his 23 at-bats. Billings a long look. No balls and a strike. 2 on, 1 out. And a pitch on the way. This one is fouled off, and it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And this is where Thomas has been pretty good all afternoon. Falling behind in the count and then getting some base hits. Gerson Reeves double play depth. 2 strikes from Billings and a pitch. Submariner. A chopper towards Naguris. He'll step on the bag. Throw to first. Double play. 6U on to 3, and that ends the inning. However, Thomas has a 1-run lead as the Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Williams, LaChapelle, and Reeves are due up. And as predicted, Brandon Steele will come on to try to get his 6th save of the season. The senior from Ocoee, Florida, will face Gavin Williams, Tyson LaChapelle, and Seth Reeves. Steele is 1-3 with a 2.70 ERA. 5 saves in 20 innings. He has allowed 19 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned. He has walked 6 and struck out a terrific total of 36 in just 20 innings. Trying to save it for Ryan Chapman. And the Eagles trying to score that tying run, if nothing else. Brandon Steele, big man himself, 6'4", 225. And again, looking for save number 6. Thomas got 2 runs in the 6th. A triple from Trey Larkin that drove in Seth Waltmeyer. And then a sacrifice fly by pinch hitter Cameron Tyson put Thomas out in front. And unless the Eagles score here, that sac fly would be the game winner. Gavin Williams is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Facing Brandon Steele, and the big right-hander winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Williams, LaChapelle, and Reeves. They keep it alive. Burke, Nagoris, and Bandy. One strike. Steele delivers, and it is in the dirt. Steele, a very nice whip of 1.25. Opponents are hitting just 247 off him. Here's the 1-1. And that misses down low. Nearly 2 strikeouts per inning pitched for the big right-hander. Eagles have one doubleheader left. John Melvin Christian here on April 26th. There's a drive into center field. That's down for a hit. That tying run is aboard. Eagles will try to cash that one in. And Gavin Williams represents the potential tying run. Thomas still has a couple of series left to go in their regular season. 3 games with Point University, April 18th and 19th, and 3 at Abraham Baldwin, April 25th and 26th. Here's Tyson LaChapelle. 1 for 1, 2 RBIs, and a pair of walks. LaChapelle will try to bunt, but he takes the first pitch down low. One ball, no strikes. And a pitch. LaChapelle showing bunt again, and this one misses way up high. That's ball 2. LaChapelle putting that bat right at the top of the zone, and anything above, let it go. Just in case there is a man throwing in the bullpen. 2 balls, no strikes. This time not showing bunt, and LaChapelle takes strike 1. Matthew Dimitri getting loose just in case Coach Fleener needs him. But he does have his closer on the mound right now. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, bunt being shown. It has popped up. It'll hit the ground safely. They're going to flip to first, and they just got him. It'll be a sacrifice bunt for LaChapelle, and he nearly beat that one out. Gavin Williams is at second. There is 1 out. J.T. Watley re-entered. He's at first base. Hunter Kern, who pinch hit for Tefelsky, stays in the game in left field. Seth Reeves and Jacob Burke will have chances to bring home Williams. Good hustle by LaChapelle. Nearly beat that one out. It was very close. And the first pitch to Reeves. Swung on and missed. 1 out with the tying run at second. It is the bottom of the 7th. No balls and a strike. And this one misses up and away. Jacob Burke on deck. Naguris to follow if it goes that far. The count is 1-1 to Reeves. And a pitch. Tried to check and fouled it off. Makes it 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Eagles cheering on Reeves from the dugout. It's 1-2, the pitch. Strike 3 called, and the Eagles are down to their final out. And it will be Jacob Burke. His first at bat. Entered the game. Nope, he's being called back, and Darren Goki will re-enter and bat for Burke. Goki started off in right field. Burke pinch ran for him in the 5th and stayed in the game defensively, and now Goki, the left-handed hitter, will get the at-bat. He has walked twice and grounded out. His first walk brought home a run. 2 outs. Williams will be off on contact. Brady delivers, swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Brady with the 0-1. Good fastball by the hitter, and that's strike 2. Check that, Brandon Steele, the pitcher, not Brady. 2 strikes the count on Goki. Strike 3 called, and that's the ball game. Final score, Thomas University 4, Trinity Baptist College 3. The winning pitcher, Ryan Chapman. That's his 2nd win of the season, no losses. And Jacob Brigman takes the loss. He is now 6-5. And for Brandon Steele, that is save number 6. With the win, Thomas is now 15-28 overall on the season, 9-15 in the Southern States Athletic Conference. Trinity Baptist now 20-16 overall and 9-3 within the South region. Well, that's going to do it for us here this afternoon. The Nighthawks take both games of this doubleheader. They win the first one 8-1. They get the second one in comeback fashion 4-3. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. We'll see you on April 26th when Trinity Baptist closes out the regular season here at Trinity Ballyard against John Melvin Christian College. For Coach John Copeland out in Houston, praying that you have a very speedy recovery. Coach Jordan Broden and Sammy Coffrin, Athletic Director John D. Jones in the booth, Abby, Sam, and Shakura. I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.